get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, here's Harris. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Steven Sims Jr., 43 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They hand this off to Harris. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Haskins. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Haskins will throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Haskins' throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Haskins. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. This is Harris, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Haskins. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hands to the up man. This is Watt. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid gain there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Snell. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Snell on 3rd down. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now a give running left is Eckler. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Herbert. Open man here, Sims complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the give, this is Eckler. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough slip.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Starting the drive with Snell, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. From midfield now, Haskins. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Snell. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to run again with Snell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Haskins to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Haskins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. But that is going nowhere. Only a yard up to the 2. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That's complete. It's Cook. But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta